Let's start on page 115 in your grammar book. So go ahead and go to 115. 115. Today we're talking about the ly adverb opener. The cool thing is you guys already know about these. You're already using them in your writing. So it's going to be super easy peasy cheesy. Number 3, ly adverb opener is a sentence that begins with an ly adverb. Like this one. Foolishly, Timmy bit into a hot pepper. Well, it was foolish that he did that. I don't know if you guys have ever bit into a hot pepper, but it'll burn your mouth. It's really hot. So this sentence is an ly adverb opener with the word foolishly. The way you mark these is with a number 3. When you do it in your writing, you use a bracket. Remember that? But for this, in your grammar book, you're going to put a 3 with a circle around it and put ly next to it. So obviously, Timmy was hungry is one example. And then eagerly, Timmy ate a ripe cucumber. Here comes Olivia. So I'm going to let her in real quick. Oh. Okay. And there's 2 comma rules. This is the part I want you guys to remember. We're on page 115 if you're just now logging in. Use a comma if the ly adverb opener modifies the whole sentence. Do not use a comma if the ly adverb opener modifies the verb. So basically, use a comma when it's talking about like the whole part of the sentence. It was obvious, and that's one way to check it is to say it was obvious that Timmy was hungry. And then here, eagerly, that's how he ate the ripe cucumber eagerly. It wasn't eager that Timmy ate the ripe cucumber. He ate it eagerly. So that is modifying the verb only. In fact, on this page, maybe this will help you. I want you to do like circle this part where it says Timmy was hungry, and then draw an arrow from obviously to the circled words here. So it was obvious. Oops. Let's see if you guys can see this better. There we go. That's a little better. It was obvious that Timmy was hungry. And here, I just want you to circle the word ate and then draw an arrow from eagerly to ate. So you can see that if it's talking about the whole sentence, obviously Timmy was hungry, you need a comma. If the ly adverb is only really modifying the verb and not the whole sentence, then you don't need a comma. That's the rule. So that's why I wanted you to put this little note in here. See how there is a comma with obviously because it's talking about the whole sentence. And then eagerly is talking about that verb ate. All right, we're going to move on. Good morning, everybody. We're going to move on to page 117 now. And how about Megan? Can you read the sentence, please?
Swiftly the cart transported the
Produce. Uh-huh.
produce,
Uh-huh.
basket to Timmy's home in the country.
Good. And it is sometimes it is pronounced produce, but in this one it's produce. That means like in the produce section of the grocery store, that's where the fruits and vegetables are, things that are growing. Okay. But good job reading that. Transported is the vocabulary word, and it just means like moving it from one place to another. It's a verb. So go ahead and check vocabulary. There are 3 articles. Go ahead and find those by yourself. And then there are 4 nouns. So London, where are the 4 nouns?
Um, basket,
Okay, good,
cart,
good,
home,
good. One more.
cart,
You got cart. basket, home, and then there's one more.
Country.
Yeah, and country. There you go. Good, because that's a place. Good job. And then looking at all those nouns, which one would describe those nouns, Olivia? Which ones are adjectives telling more about the nouns? Like what kind?
Swiftly.
Did you say swiftly?
Yeah.
Swiftly is actually going to be an ly adverb. So we're looking at, that's the ly. We might as well label that one.
Transported.
Transported is a verb. So look at the word basket. What kind of basket was it?
Produce.
Produce, right? Produce is telling what kind of basket it is. And then whose home was it?
Timmy's.
Timmy's, but that needs an apostrophe. Remember how we talked about that last week? If it's telling ownership, yep. So let's put an apostrophe there, and then we're going to label that adjective. Timmy's home. Oh, there's only two. That's it. And we already got the ly. That's swiftly. Okay, good. So now how about Christopher? Where are the verbs at? There's just one verb in here. It's an easy one.
Transported.
Good. Transported is a verb, and then who or what is the subject there, Christopher?
Car.
Good. Cart is the subject. Nice. All right. We just have the Megan, what about the prepositional phrases? There's two of those in here.
In the country.
Good. That's one.
To Timmy's home.
Good. Nice. They're back to back right there. Awesome. And then London, what is the opener we have then? Oops, you're muted.
ly adverb. Open.
Yes. Do you know what number it is?
3.
Yes. Good. 3 ly adverb. That's the opener for that. Capitals, you guys can do that part by yourself. Easy peasy cheesy. And end mark, and then we already fixed the apostrophe, which was Timmy's. That was actually pretty an easy one right there. So notice the opener is swiftly. Let me just review the comma rule with you real quick, because swiftly is only modifying or talking about how they transported the produce. So since it's modifying just that verb transported, you don't need a comma right there. But if it's talking about the whole sentence, it's modifying the whole sentence, then you do need a comma. That's the rule. So you might need to go back to that page if you get stuck in your homework about where the comma goes. This one, you don't need a comma. All right, you guys. Done with grammar for today. Let's move on to the binder next. And you guys were supposed to write your first paragraph about the nature in your country, the nature. So it could have been like the types of animals in nature. It could be about the land, like what the land looks like in the country you chose. So I want you to get out your checklist for country of choice. That's going to be on page 136. So get that out. And you need to get out the big white paper that we were working on last week. I changed it up a little bit here because it was kind of hard to do this over the Zoom last week. So I did change a little bit. Give me a thumbs up if you were able to finish your paragraph about the nature in your country. Did you guys get to finish it yet? Okay, nobody did yet. Olivia, did you have a question?
I So I was writing my paragraph, but I didn't get to finish the dress ups.
Okay. So maybe after class today, you can finish that up and turn it in.
Mm-hmm.
Yep. Okay, good. Um, oh, I'm looking at London. I see you did turn yours in. And yours was about food, which is fine. You could write it about food. That was okay. I see that you were talking about the food in Thailand. I like that. And then I see that you turned into, Megan, and you wrote about the plants and animals. Nice. Okay, good. So it was different than nature, and that's okay. You didn't have to write about the nature. Plants and animals or food, that's fine. Okay, so we're going to continue here. I want you to also get out your resources. If you were able to print them, the articles that you found about the country that you chose. So if you have those, go ahead and get those out. If you don't have them, but you can pull them up on the computer, you can do that too. So give me a thumbs up if you actually printed your articles that you're using for your paper. Okay, good. Megan did. Good. London did. Um, and Olivia, do you know how to find them on the internet while you're on Zoom? Do you know how to do that? No? Okay. So what did you use, Olivia, to write your first paragraph? Okay, so you did print something? Is it just one article or do you have two articles?
I have all of my articles, but um, it was I think two articles.
Yeah, two. Okay. So like one from National Geographic and maybe one from Britannica or something like that. Is that what you have? If you look at the very bottom of the paper that you printed, it should say on there the name of the website. I don't know if you can see that. How about Megan and London? Do you guys know what website you used for your articles?
I miss Dexter's.
Okay.
Dexter's.
Dexter's. Yep, I know that one. That's
I
a good
miss
one.
this map.
Okay.
I think this is graphic, National Graphic for kids.
Perfect. Yep, that's good. Okay.
And there's a other chance.
The Dexters. Perfect. Good. You got a lot of stuff, huh?
Yeah.
So you can use those too. That's perfect. So what we're going to do today is get ready to write the next two paragraphs about your country. Okay. So how about you, London? Do you know what websites you used?
Um, Kids Kiddo and .com and Britannica Kids
Okay.
and National Geographic Kids
Good.
and Kids World Travel Guide.
Okay, good. Okay, perfect. Nice. So I'm thinking since you guys, I just want you to pick two sources to use today. I think that would be a little easier to use. So let's look at our possible topics next. So get out your big white page from uh, last week when we started this. And a lot of you already wrote about nature and or plants and animals, or I know that you chose to write about food, London, which is great. And you guys might have other possible topics listed here. In fact, I'm going to put food on here. Um, I want all three of you to look at the articles that you have. And Christopher, I forgot to ask you if you could tilt your camera down so I know you're there. And what articles did you print for today's lesson, Christopher? Did you get National Geographic? Which ones do you have?
I have National Geographic And the other ones don't say the name.
The other one is what?
The other two doesn't say the name of the.
Okay. Okay. That's okay. I want to ask everybody this actually. Did you put an A on one of the articles and a B on one and a C on one? Okay, good. So what I want you to do is find a topic that at least two of your articles talks about. If you already wrote about the food, you're not going to write about the food again. If you already wrote about the plants and animals or nature, you're not going to write about that one again. So look at your articles right now and see if you can see a topic that's in both or all three. We're going to focus on just two, though. You can pick two articles, okay? So give me a thumbs up as you're looking at your articles. Do you see a topic that's different than what you already wrote about that at least two articles talk about? Maybe it's history. You might see that in two articles. You're just going to pick two. Look to see if two of your articles talks about history or two of them talk about the people. Or any other topic that you can find. How about you, London? Can you see two articles that talk about the same topic that you printed?
Culture and language.
Say that one more time.
Culture and language.
Culture and language. Okay, good. Probably culture. That would be a good one to write about. So how about for you, look at the both articles, pick two articles, just two, and look at the part that talks about the culture and start underlining some facts about their culture. It might include things like holidays or celebrations or religion. It might talk about that. Okay, so go ahead and start underlining things about their culture. How about you, Megan? Did you find another topic that at least two articles that talk about?
Plants and animals?
Okay, plants and animals. That's good. Is that what you wrote your first paragraph about? Let me check. I thought you already wrote that. Let me check really quick. Yeah, because you already wrote. Oh, no, this isn't you. Sorry, this is somebody else. What was your first paragraph about? Do you remember, Megan? Was it about nature, I think? Okay. So do you want to do your next paragraph about plants and animals? Yes. Okay, good. So pick plants and animals, and I want you to start underlining on your papers there that you printed. Pick two articles and start underlining facts about the plants and animals there, okay? All right. How about Olivia? Did you find a topic that's in more than one article?
Food and culture.
Food and culture. So pick one of those. Would you rather write about food next or culture?
I'll do food.
Food. I like it. Okay, so you'll pick food. Go to those paragraphs and start underlining facts about the foods in different articles. And then London, did you pick one? I forgot, you already told me what you were going to do. Culture, right? Yeah, okay. Good. I think everybody's got their topic now. So you should be underlining facts. I'm just going to give you a minute to finish that up, and then we're going to set up Roman numeral 2 for your paper. Since we're only going to use 2 of your sources, try to find 5 facts in each that are different. See if you can. Okay. I'm going to have you guys get ready for the next um, outline. So we got to set up with this topic you're looking at. So go ahead and finish up what you're working on and then get out that white paper again from last week, the one where we had Roman numeral 1. And then we're going to turn it over to the back and set up Roman numeral 2. So let's get that ready. We're going to just use 2 sources this time. So we're going to set up Roman numeral 2 and let's do 1 through 5. And we're not going to put any parentheses around it this time because I'm just going to have you pick 2 sources. Unless you need all 3 sources, you can use all 3 sources. But let's do A and B for Roman numeral 2. If you need to use C, you can add your C, and then we're just going to go straight to fused outline, Roman numeral 2, and this one's going to be 1 through 7. And I think on this one we did have, nope, sorry, 1 through 6. You don't need 7, just 1 through 6. So remember how we set this up before. Start with the name of your country first. That's your subject of your paper, comma, and then whatever your topic is. If it's culture, food, plants and animals, whatever you pick for your topic. And one more word, that's for the fused. Up here is the name of your country and your topic, like Thailand food or Germany culture. Okay, does anybody have any questions for me so far, what we're doing here? I don't see anybody asking any questions, but thumbs up if you wrote down the name of your country and the new topic you're working on for your second paragraph. Give me a thumbs up if you have that written down. Okay, good. I see that, London. London, I forgot what country you're writing about. I need to write this down. So what country are you working on?
Thailand.
Okay, Thailand. Good. So you got Thailand and then culture for your
Yeah.
topic. Okay, go ahead and start the things you underlined, start writing them down, the keywords here, and try to get different facts from each source. And if you need to use source C, like your third source, you can. If you use three sources, you only need to go to number three on each of these. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
Okay. And then Christopher, what was your country again that you picked?
Nepal.
Nepal. Okay. And go ahead and start writing down your facts. How about Megan? Remind me what country you picked again.
Ireland.
Ireland. How cool is that? So you're going to write about the plants and animals in Ireland next, right? Good. Okay. And then Olivia, what was yours?
El Salvador.
Okay, good. I think your sister wrote about that last year. It's a good one. And go ahead and start working on your outlines. I'll be right here. Let me know if you have any questions. We're going to try to get all ready for you to write the next two paragraphs today. So it's going to be a lot of working in class today. Okay, I'm just going to check in with each of you to see where you're at. So let me know what outline you're working on and what number you're on. So I'll start with you, Megan. Which one are you working on right now?
I'm in room A,
Okay.
and I'm doing number 3, room 2, with 3
Okay, good.
sentences.
You're
But I'm
writing
almost
down,
done with that one.
good. You're writing down those keywords, just 3 keywords. Okay, good job. Excellent. Okay, keep going. How about you, Christopher? Which one are you working on?
Num B
What number on B?
2.
Good. Okay. How about you, Olivia?
I'm starting off with C. I'm C number 4.
And you're on C, you said?
Yeah.
Okay. So you're kind of going, starting with C?
Yeah.
Okay, that's fine. Yep, you can do that. If you're doing all 3 articles, you can do either 3, 4, or 5 facts for each, okay? Try to find different ones in each article. Okay, good. How about you, London? Which one are you on?
I'm just starting the last one.
The fused outline?
No, D is my last um article thing.
Okay, so you have 4 articles you're looking at?
I have 3.
3. Okay. So you have A, B, and C?
I have B, C, and D.
B, C, and D. Got it. Okay. Perfect. Keep going. You're doing great. Let me give you guys a few more minutes to work on that, and then we'll switch over to the third Roman numeral. Okay, while you guys are working, keep going, keep working. I'm going to go around and just ask you, what is something that you're learning that you didn't know about your country as you're writing down these facts? Think about something you're discovering that you didn't actually know. How about you, Christopher? What are you discovering that you didn't
It
know?
has a lot of tall mountains.
Okay, has a lot of tall mountains. That's good. How about you, Olivia?
I should have known this by now. I eat tamales a lot, and I didn't know they could be stuffed with vegetables.
Stuffed with vegetables?
I've never had them.
I haven't either. Normally it has meat in it, huh?
Yeah.
So some tamales are just vegetables? Is that what you're saying? Interesting. No, I did not know that either. You'll have to ask your mom about that. Or your dad or somebody. All right. How about you, London? Anything you're learning as you're doing your research?
Um, that there's 3 million Muslims, like near the border with Malaysia.
Oh, wow. Okay. And Muslim is a religion, right?
Yeah,
That's a religion. Interesting. Yeah, that is interesting. I didn't know that
but
either.
it's 90% Buddhist.
Buddhist. Oh, okay. 90% Buddhist, but there's a lot of Muslims there too. That's interesting. Okay.
But in a different part.
In a different part. Okay, cool. I like how you guys are learning about these countries, things you didn't know before. How about you, Megan? How about Ireland? What's something new that you're learning about Ireland?
There's a lot animals. There's
Okay.
mice, badgers, foxes, hedgehogs, shrews, and red squirrels.
Oh, red squirrels. Interesting. We don't have red ones here.
They even have lizards, but no
Oh.
snakes.
Okay. Interesting. Yeah, that is super interesting. Badgers. Those are kind of cute. Okay, so I'm gonna have you guys finish up which one you're on right now, and then we're gonna set up Roman numeral 3 because I want you to finish this report this week. So you're gonna do 2 and 3. So go ahead and finish up what you're working on, whatever number you're on. And then when you're ready, it's okay if you're not done. If you're not done with the fused yet, that's okay. You can work on that for part of your homework. Just get to a spot where you can pause. And then I need you to get out another piece of white paper. We're going to have to get another one out. Hopefully you have more of the big white paper from the back of your binder. If you don't have any more, if you're out of that paper, you can use printer paper. You just have to write a lot smaller, but you can use printer paper. So don't worry if you're not done with Roman numeral 2. We'll come back to that. I just want to get it set up for Roman numeral 3. Okay. So big paper or printer paper if you don't have any more of the big paper. Remember, our first fold is like this, taco fold. And then after you fold this one, it's in thirds. Remember, you go past the middle here. You have any more of this paper, Megan, or are you out of this big paper?
I might be out, but I don't know.
Okay. Do you have your binder? You can check in the back.
Not in the back. Yeah.
But you did, if you're doing your math,
You're doing the thing that I did on the back, aren't you? That I just gave you, wherever it went. This, aren't you doing this? We're doing room, well, 3.
Yeah, we're doing 2 and 3 today.
We're doing 2 and Gotcha. 3.
Yeah, yeah. We're gonna do 2 and 3. Yes, Christopher?
I need to go.
Oh, okay. I'm recording this so you can watch it later if you need to, okay? But this week you're gonna do your second and third paragraphs, okay? And then you'll be done with your report. Okay, Christopher, see you later. All right, so if you got your white paper ready, we're going to start setting up Roman numeral 3 on this one. So let's put an A here, and this is Roman numeral 3. And again, like I said before, you only have to use 2 of your articles unless you need to use the 3, you can. If you need all 3. If you use just 2, then you don't need as many facts on each. But I'm going to go ahead and have you just write 1 through 5 for Roman numeral 3. This is your third paragraph. And I'm just going to have you do A and B. But like I said, if you need C, or like you use London, you use B, C, and D, whatever combination you need for yours, okay? And then Roman numeral, oops, this is fused outline. Roman numeral 3, and then 1, 2, all the way to 6. Okay, good. So your goal this week is to finish your paper on your country. You already did your first paragraph, and now we're setting up to do your next 2 paragraphs. So you're going to end up with 3 paragraphs altogether about your country. So now look back on your topics list after you get this set up for Roman numeral 3 and decide on the third topic you want to write about. It can be anything that you haven't written about yet. So if you already wrote about nature and food, then you'll pick something different for Roman numeral 3. So as you're looking at your articles again, try to find something at least in 2 articles that are the same, like the same topic in both. So pick something else and give me a thumbs up when you're ready to pick one. Like you found one that you want to use, then let me know what you want to use. Olivia?
I'm gonna do culture.
Okay, good. Culture in El Salvador. That's perfect. So on yours, you would do El Salvador culture, and then here, El Salvador culture, and then another word that you could pick later for your paragraph when you go to write that part. So how about you, London? Did you pick another topic?
Language.
Perfect. Yep. So you would do Thailand and then language on your Roman numeral 3. And then Megan, I know you were going to write about plants and animals already. So did you find another topic to write about for your third paragraph? I saw your note in there, Olivia, about the paper. It's okay. Just try your best to write small. You're muted, Megan. Are you telling me what your topic is?
Is it just A, B, or C, or?
Well, it depends on where the information is. So that's
Because
what
I
I
want
want.
to do A, B.
You can do A and B. That's good. Yep. You don't have to do C.
But there's also D. There's one history, English blue.
You're looking at
People
history.
and culture.
Okay.
Dependence.
Dependence? Is that what it says? Okay.
Yeah.
Maybe the history. That might be a good one for Ireland. That might be easy. See if
All
you
right.
see if you
History.
have two articles that talk about the history, at least A and B that talk about the history. Or food. That might be kind of fun to write about too, is the food. See if there's
The
information
map
about the
has
food.
history. And that one was C. This one has history.
Okay.
That's A.
Okay.
I probably have more. Probably.
Okay.
Well, for my paper, it says A, C, and D.
Okay. So you can use A, C, and D. If you use all three articles, you don't need to find five. You can stop at three in each. Does that make sense?
Oh.
Yeah. I only put five here. If you're only using two articles, you need to have at least five facts. So it just depends. If you can find it in three articles, that's good.
Mm-hmm. So that means I could just have three.
Yeah, then you can just have
Number
three. That's a
three.
little easier, huh?
Yeah.
Okay.
All right. I'll turn it into three.
Okay.
All of it.
The fused still has to be six, but you can change the others, eight, whichever you have at the top there, to three.
All right. That's actually easier.
Good.
Thank you.
Okay, you're welcome. So I'm going to let you guys work on that one now. Let me know if you have any questions. Yes, Olivia.
Can I change my topic?
You can. Yep.
Okay.
Yep, that's fine. If you found one that's easier to write about, that's fine. Okay, there's one more thing I want to talk to you about before you go. So finish up the word you're working on. You guys are doing great. I know we spent a lot of time in class working, but that's good. That means you have less to do for your homework. So good job, everybody. Um, I want to just review really quickly the checklist with you. So you have your dress ups here. These are all the same as you did with your first paragraph, but see how you have now paragraph 2 and 3. So you're going to add to the one you wrote last week. So underneath it, you're going to keep going on your paper and make sure to underline these for your dress ups. And don't forget about those topic clinchers. Okay. A great idea to use for your topic clinchers would be the name of your country and the topic you're writing about. So if you have Thailand, and culture, make sure you use those two words again in the last sentence of the paragraph. That's an easy way to do it. The name of your culture and the topic. So you guys are going to work on paragraph 2 and 3 this week. Don't forget about your openers. You have a prepositional opener and the ly, which we talked about in grammar today, the ly opener. Don't double dip. Remember me talking to you about that? So you can't underline the opener for your dress up The opener's separate. You label it with a 3 in a bracket, okay? But then you need to find a different spot for the LY dress up word. Do you guys have any questions about the checklist or the homework this week? So I'm super excited. Okay, good. I'm super excited because we're going to share our papers with each other next week, and you're going to learn about a new country. I love that everybody picked a different country. So it's going to be fun to hear about different countries that you guys wrote about. So be prepared to share your paper in class next week so we can learn. All right, you guys, that's it for today. Good job, everybody. Have a great week. I'll see you next week.
Bye.
Bye.